In this video, I'm rolling with Turk, Mike, and Max. Turk, 182, is a former CrossFit competitor. Now, I don't know what his weight is. I'm going to guess he's probably about 230 pounds and all muscle. I always tell him, if I looked like you, I'd never wear a shirt. Similar to like a Nicky Rod. Super great fellow all around. I have another roll with him on the channel when he was a white belt, relatively new white belt. Now he's a blue belt. I'm not sure if he's competed, but his strength is incredible. And he outweighs me by 70 pounds or something like that. So I'm just trying to fend him off, really. I'm not looking at this young athletic guy and thinking, oh, just because I'm a brown belt, I have to win this role. I'm thinking I have to just fend him off, which, as you could see, is very difficult. I still have him in like a quarter guard, and I'm still not letting him control my head. If you notice, my defense is pretty much the same, whether I'm in mount or inside control. So I'm looking to make space with my elbows to free myself from the mount. And before I could, he jumped to side control. And when he jumped to side control, I was able to get my knee back in. Then he reversed his hips, which was really good on him because it kept him in the position. And he has that overwrap. So as you can see, I'm trying to move my hips away so I could get to turtle possibly. Or if I could get my right arm under his body, I could get the underhook. So from here, it's a good pinning position for him, but it doesn't open up any submissions. So he knows this. So he went to knee on belly and basically went right to mount, which I invited because I'd rather him go to mount where he's not fully in mount. I have quarter guard rather than being pressured with knee on belly. I'll take mount any day. So if you could tell by the expression on my face, even though I'm mounted by a much bigger, stronger opponent, I'm not breathing heavy. I'm not dying underneath. Believe me, he's heavy. As you can see, it's the same defense I always use. I let him grab that left hand. There, he went to knee on belly and then back to mount, no problem. But again, I'm still in quarter. It's not a full mount. As you can see, I'm making space. I want to spread his legs apart so I could bring my knees back in. See, I'm trying to hook his foot. And there, I'm pushing off on his arm, trying to make space, and he's trying to take space. That's what the battle is. So there, he tried to go for my back in a very... In all honesty, a sloppy manner, like he just tried to throw his body there. And it allowed me to get my butterfly hook back in and almost escape. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to get my knee and elbow together. And it's working. You could see my knee and elbow came together to the point where he tried to jump over because he knew he was losing the position. So that knee to elbow connection is super powerful. If it can work on somebody that's 70 pounds heavier, so I've been working out for the last 3.5 months, and just a little note, I noticed I gained 4 pounds of muscle. So I gained about 1 pound of muscle a month. I don't take testosterone. I don't do any type of enhancements. So I just turned 53 yesterday, and you can still build muscle. You can still become something. I see these 40 and over jiu-jitsu groups. Everybody's on TRT already and everything. I mean, I felt great in my 40s. Now my biggest issue is recovering. I could still perform. It's the recovery that's tough. So here he's trying to Kimura. I'm defending. I'm looking to turn into him. I'm preventing the triangle. He wanted a triangle there. But as you could see, I tapped. His shirt was over my face, which was hindering my breathing. And he pulled my elbow up on my right arm very high. And once that happens, I have to tap. I should have tapped sooner because I've had 2 terrible shoulder injuries, one on each side. And it took 8 months to heal in one case. So here I'm looking to get some left and right movement going and the round ends. As you could see just from that second that his guard's not as good as his guard passing, obviously, right? Big guys are better at guard passing. But so Turk needs to work on his guard, and I think he'll be watching this video. Great partner, great guy all around. And so now I go and I pick another big partner from the other side of the gym. So these are all rounds that are right in a row. He's telling me that he wishes that I'm very strong and for my age. So there, I think his name is Mike. He's quiet, so I never really got to know him, but he's usually in class, and we have like a big guy section, and he's in that section. He's probably the same as Turk. He's like 230 pounds, something like that, so he really outweighs me. He's either on the cusp of white, becoming a blue, or a new blue belt. I'm not entirely sure. So here I'm looking to just get my knee to the mat, free my foot, and pass. But he's a big, strong guy. See, my advantage would be that I'm faster, but I don't use it. It's not that I can't use it. It's that I want to develop other aspects of my jiu-jitsu, such as pressure. Because if you watch Adam Orsinski, what he does is this slow pressure game. He passes the guard very slowly, kind of like what I'm trying to do here, and I'm looking for the darce at the same time. Before I even free my foot, I'm looking for the darce. But he passes the guard very slowly in a manner that demoralizes his opponent, but it keeps everybody safe. Because all that jumping around, that's when you're going to get an injury. If you can just pass slowly. There, I don't know what happened. He rolled me over. So there he's doing a good job of trying to peel my hook there. So I'm looking to get my butterfly. Oop, and he was able to pass. Again, a big, strong guy. And in all honesty, he doesn't even know how to use his size. Because as you could see, all his weight was on his knee, and then he gave me back that butterfly quarter guard. See, I have my right foot in. So I need to make more of an angle, and then I can kick him off, kind of. So now I have both feet in, which also helps with that. But he's doing a good job of smothering me. The hips are key. So as you can see, I have both hooks in, and I'm looking to roll him off. And he's doing a great job of defending. There, he took his leg off my hooks and almost went to mount. But again, in all honesty, in a more of a sloppy manner, which allowed me to rehook. There's a lot of little subtleties. So I'm trying to make space by pushing against his waist and lifting up his leg with my legs. And as you could see, I just got my guard back. So what's great about rolling with a big opponent is you can really test your frames. You could see if your frames are really going to support this guy or gal. Usually women aren't over 200 pounds that I roll with. So here I'm looking for the sweep. He was taking away too much space, so I kind of pushed him off. And look, I slid away. You know why I slid away this far? Because he's out of breath, and I wanted to make him follow me. You could see he's breathing heavy. So here we're in a typical closed guard battle. And as you could see, he's not lifting his legs up my back. So we're just wrist fighting. And I'm really, that's a strength for me, the wrist fighting. So if I'm in the closed guard, I almost never lose the wrist fighting. I don't remember the last time. It's like a 0.01% chance I'm going to lose the wrist fighting. So as you could see, it's stalemates. I'm holding him down by grabbing his wrist and pulling it across his body. I'm doing the things he should be doing to me. I'm reinforcing my arm drag with my elbow just there. So by not climbing his legs up my back, it just ends up becoming wrist fighting, which I'm going to win. So basically, I'm telling him that now. I'm saying, pull me forward with your legs. See, this is what I mean. If you could tell somebody one little piece of information that can help their jiu-jitsu, not just anybody, but maybe a teammate that you care about or somebody you just met in an open mat who had a good vibe, you know. So there he went for like a triangle. As you could see, I put my elbow up to block it. I have a sensitivity there. It's not just knowing that it's coming, it's sensitivity. Sensitivity and anticipation are usually, I would say, somewhat neglected in the early stages, especially sensitivity. But as you could see, I'm a couple of rounds in with guys that outweigh me by 70 pounds. I'm not breathing heavy. I'm not dying. I wouldn't say I exactly won those roles, so to speak. So here I have the good fortune of having Max come over. At least now he's only 150 pounds or something like that. He probably is a little lighter than me. The only problem with Max is he's very skilled. More skillful. But the weight makes up for the lack of skill. The muscle makes up for the lack of skill. Not to say that Max isn't strong. He's very strong for his size. And he's probably in his 20s. So yeah, with the added weightlifting, I noticed that I eat more. I'm like always hungry. But I feel like it's in a good way. Because yeah, I gained a little weight, but it's been muscle. So there I tried to do like an ankle pick wrestle up. There, that's a typical shin sweep I do. So basic. So there he was looking to stand up. I kind of took away that space. I made it unsafe for him to stand up in a way, and then he resorted to his back. If I could stalemate somebody, I always get my breath back. So by stalemating, I mean making good frames. So they're trying to pass and I'm making good frames and I'm not breathing heavy because those frames are fundamentally solid. Or like I might not let somebody, but somebody's doing a lot of work to pass my guard and I notice I'm doing more work than I want to defend. So I'll just let them pass. At least I'm not out of breath. That was a good exchange. And then I was able to get the butterfly sweep and he knew it was coming. And also I have to say about Max, he has really good balance. So if you get a butterfly sweep on him, it's a feather in the cap. So there he tried to get up and I picked up his foot. If you could keep somebody's foot above the rest of their body, it's going to be hard for them to stand up, clearly. So there he tried to grab my head in a very powerful manner, and I used both arms to stop it. And if you noticed, I stopped it high up on the arm. I didn't get into a wrist fight. I basically grabbed his armpit and the crook of his elbow. So here I'm putting my knee up the middle and then arching my back to break the guard. So he's doing a good job of holding it, but as you can see, he just let go there because every time I try that guard break, even if he doesn't let it go at that moment, his guard's getting weaker because he's holding on to one position. It's like in climbing. If you climb to one position and you don't continue to the next, your muscles will get tired in that spot. You can't just hold and flex muscles in the same way for a sustained period. So here I'm doing a staple pass. I'm sitting on his leg. I'm even picking up my foot with my left hand. See, it's slow, it's incremental. And now I'm switching to pass his knee shield by flattening and getting my hip on top of it. And then from here, I'm transferring from lower body to upper body control. I'm looking for the darce here. I'm fishing. See, he let me get the crossface there. He still has his hand in, but it's not effective. There he's trying to bring his knee back in. He's doing a great job. He's trying to push me towards the knee. He's bringing back in, and he got it. But again, with how much effort? So again, even in a situation like that, I'll be thinking to myself, should I just let him get his leg back in and reset? Because he's using a ton of effort and I'm not using any. But I'm starting to. That was a good wrist fighting exchange to the Kimura, almost. Here I'm looking to like underhook his leg. Again, I'm not in a rush. You know, many times when I roll with somebody, if it's like not only do they have to win, they have to do it fast. So they're in this state of anxiety. So there he tried to get up, and I basically picked up his leg and brought him back to the mat. Do things at a pace, but it doesn't have to be at 100 miles an hour pace. 100 mile an hour pace. It could be at a slow and steady. So there I almost had an armbar. So I'm showing him that. That's like I think Frank Mir did this armbar. It's not an armbar. It's on Pedro Rizzo, I believe. Pedro Izzo. You basically, if you put in a shallow underhook, I'm able to wrench your elbow up and to the side. So it becomes like an Americana. So yeah, I think that was a tap on his part. And then we reset and I showed him how to do it. But yeah, look in the classic UFCs, you'll see that submission. So I think he fell back into a leg entanglement. And that ends the round. But thank you for watching. If you want to help support the channel, I have an X-Marshall link in the description. Anything you buy there is 15% off with code JITS over 50, or you could buy me a coffee. Thank you.